Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Taurus rising, or if you have significant Taurus placements in your chart and are needing a neutral energy to help balance masculine and feminine energies within yourself, then this reading is for you. Okay, Taurus. So let's get started. At the bottom of the deck here, you have these three interesting cards. So you have the Mickle Muckle, you have Luathus the Wild, and Faf the Footer, which is interesting because, first of all, these two energies are very different. This Luathus the Wild talks about like a lot of forward momentum, a lot of drive, a lot of passion, a lot of like forward energy. This Faf the Footer, though, is like one who feels like overwhelmed or like knocked down in some way, or like taking a break or taking a breather. So there could be this kind of like disconnect where you're feeling very passionate or like feeling very driven to go in a certain direction, but then there's this kind of like feeling of being overwhelmed by something, perhaps like this energy, or like just needing to take a break or whatever that is. And it's coming out here with the Mickle Muckle, which is talking about like an inner child kind of aspect, or just like, when was the last time you had fun, Taurus, is what's coming through here in your reading. Because it feels like, so first of all, I feel like you have some sort of like conviction to move towards something, whatever that is, because the first card you have out here is the He of the Fiery Sword, which to me is talking about like this always comes through to me as being sort of like the Ace of Wands plus the Ace of Swords. So like a really strong conviction to move towards something that's inspiring, or like is creating a lot of change, a lot of inspiration. Which is really interesting because you have both the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords coming out in your reading separately. So I feel like there's like, with this energy coming out underneath that, you have here the Wheel, which says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly, and the Two of Pentacles, which is looking to me like, even though you have this like really strong desire to create change in your life and like to move towards things and like go forward with a lot of passion and clarity and all of that, there's this Wheel energy where it's kind of just like there's perhaps feeling indecisive of like not being sure how to move forward, or like feeling just like overwhelmed by the amount of change maybe that is happening. Or with this Two of Pentacles, I see this as being sort of like, perhaps there's like a lot of things that you're having to juggle, and but it's kind of like there's something here about like these people coming in, that there may be sort of like an energy here of like, because of this sort of state that you're in, Taurus, where maybe you're feeling indecisive about your next step or whatever it is, there's like somebody perhaps arriving in your life that's going to shake things up a bit, is kind of how it's coming through. Because it's coming through here with the Oh That Gnome, which today was coming through as like an agent of chaos, was what what I heard with this one. So sometimes I see this as being sort of like a disruptive energy that like shakes things up, right? For better or for worse. It's kind of like, but it's interesting though. I feel like it's not really, I don't want to say that it's a negative energy, but it might be, it might be something that you have resistance about, is what's coming through here. It's not a negative energy. I feel like this is coming in for your benefit. It's like the universe is sending this one to shake up your life a little bit, but it's like an area of your life that you may be feeling resistance about for whatever reason. But it's interesting though, it's that they're coming through here with the bouquet, which says compliments from an admirer. So they may be somebody who has compliments or is coming in with like I don't want to say flattery, but maybe, right? Like complimenting you, or like, I don't know. So it could be resistance about that, right? You may have resistance about this sort of energy. It's coming through here with the Queen of Cups, the Magician, and the Nine of Cups, which is really interesting. So this might be where the resistance is, because these two energies, if you're looking at it from a shadow perspective, or like a, let's just leave it like that. These two energies, let's say they were in reverse, for example, could come through as being manipulative in some way, right? Like with the Queen of Cups and the Magician, especially if they're in reverse, and especially because it's coming out with the Chaos, Agent of Chaos, right? So it could be feeling like this person is somehow manipulating you, maybe, right? But it's kind of like what I'm seeing here, Taurus, because these cards did not come out in reverse. I'm just saying that this is where you might be feeling like there's resistance, because like, why is this one being so kind? Why is this one like whatever? Like, what do they want from me? Maybe is kind of what you're saying, or you're thinking to yourself. But it's kind of like here with the nine of Cups here, because I feel like whatever state you're in, the sort of like, I feel like where you are right now is very comfortable here with the Nine of Cups, right? Like, you have everything that you need. There's nothing like necessarily wrong with the situation that you're in. It's kind of feeling like if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Like that kind of thing. Where I don't know, Taurus. But it's like what's coming out next though, right? It's like you have here the Death card, which talks about a natural ending. There's some sort of natural ending, perhaps, that you're resisting, or some sort of transition that's like needing to happen, but there's a resistance towards that for whatever reason. And it's because of these two cards are coming out. So you have here the Tower, not the traditional tower though, right? It's a solid foundation, success with effort. So you have a very solid foundation right now, Taurus, is what this is coming through with. And I feel like whatever this change is feeling like a very significant shift, or like having to change directions, or like having to make a decision about something, because like but it's looking to me like where you are right now is this sort of Two of Pentacles, where it's like you're juggling, perhaps having a lot, but no, it doesn't feel like that. It's like trying to make something work is what's coming through here, right? But it's putting you in a period of like indecisiveness, of not sure how to move forward, or whatever that is. And then also it's coming out here with the Whale, which says great worry over nothing. I feel like whatever this transition is, I feel like you know what this is here with the Death card, because it's like perhaps you've seen this coming, or it's like this is something that you are being asked to move through, but there's a lot of worry about it, is what's coming through. There's a lot of concern about this situation, right? Like it's feeling like perhaps fearing a loss of, perhaps fearing a tower moment, or fearing like if you move towards something, or like make a decision towards something, it might cause a tower moment, or that some aspect of your foundation is going to be lost, or something like that. But it's saying that don't worry about this. Like that's such a, I I find it so frustrating when people tell me not to worry about something. Like, that's not really like a helpful piece of advice is how it's coming through. Anyways, what I'm going to leave that there. What's underneath that is the Ace of Wands, though, because I feel like here it's like there's something about inspiration or passion here that's coming through. Because I feel like you have this, right? It's like this is the first card in your spread. So either this is what you're needing, or it's like there's some sort of disconnect. It's coming through as like disconnect between passion and clarity is how that's coming through, because it's like either you are feeling inspired to move towards that, but not having a lot of clarity, or you have clarity, but not a lot of inspiration, maybe, or like not a lot of passion or energy to actually move forward, because it's coming through with the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords are disconnected, is what's coming through. They're not working together, is kind of how that's coming through. And it's feeling like separated by this. The Four of Cups and the Page of Wands, where it's... And this Page of Wands is kind of like a... I feel like there was some sort of disappointment here, because it's coming out with himself, which I'm seeing as your energy today, Taurus, of like... But like in a way where it's like you're having to do something by yourself is what's coming through here, because it's coming out with the Kite, which says vacation, and the Flute, which says disappointment in a friend or lover. So that's what I'm seeing in these cards here, where it's like maybe there was something that you like made plans with someone, or you were working with someone, or working with a group or something, and there was disappointment about it, which forced you to like have to do something on your own, right? Here with the Page of Wands, it's like having to go off in search of something else is what's coming through, right? It's like there was something here that fell through, or there were like plans or some sort of collaboration maybe that fell through that forced you to do something on your own, right? But that's where I feel like the breakthrough is like whatever this, so this could have been the chaos energy, where it's like something that you thought was a very solid foundation fell through in some way. They didn't come through, or the collaboration fell through, or there was disappointment in some way about what was agreed upon, is kind of how it's coming through. But okay, anyways, so the whole vibe of your reading today is feeling like an episode of Ted Lasso. It's a show on Apple TV, which is about an American football coach who accepts a job as a European football coach, which I think is just such a brilliant idea for a show. But anyways, it's very good. I highly recommend it. But there's this one episode in season 3 where the football team is on a losing streak. So maybe you're feeling like that, Taurus, here. Not that you're losing, but it's like there's a change needed, is what's coming through here with the wheel. There's some sort of change needed, but you're not sure what that change is, or how it is you're going to make that change, or something like that, right? You know that there's a change needed. And so there's an episode in season 3 where it's like they go to Amsterdam for like some sort of like scheduled play, the vacation. Maybe you need a vacation or a break of some sort that is different from your regular routine. That's what's coming through here. So he went to the whole team goes to Amsterdam, and because they're on this losing streak, the coach Ted Lasso decides to give the whole team like no curfew, right? There's no curfew. You can spend your evening in Amsterdam however you please, right? So that it might be something like that, where it's like you're just needing a break from the routine in order to like bring some inspiration back, because it's kind of like there's something here. What's happening next here for you is the Singer of Intuition. You have June, and you have the Ace of Swords, right? Because I'm feeling like there's like a disconnect between what you know you need to do and how to actually do it with the Ace of Swords. Like, this is coming through as a breakthrough of like clarity, of like, this is like perhaps a good idea, or like a breakthrough is what's coming through here. Especially with the Singer of Intuition and this sort of like angel that's giving out guidance or something. It's kind of like maybe like having a conversation with your higher self, or like just connecting with your intuition in a different way. Because I feel like there was the reason why that episode is coming out is because like the main character, the coach, right? He was trying to he knew he had to make a change in terms of how the team was structured and like all of that, but didn't know what tactics or what plays to change on the team, right? To make it work. And so he goes off and like takes a special blend of tea. It's like not recommending that necessarily. If that's right for you, then go for it. But it's like it needed something to change his thinking patterns. That might be something like that, right? And so he went to a museum and then like saw this painting of sunflowers and realized that like because he was so far from home, right? He was in Europe when he was like all American kind of dude, missed home, right? There could be something like that where it's like there's a feeling of disconnect from something that you miss, or you could be something here with the Mikkel Muckle, like some aspect of fun or play or joy that is missing from your life. So like, you know, when people go on vacation, like they go to like a different country, and usually the idea is to immerse yourself into that culture and like experience new things. But the coach ended up going to this all-American restaurant, right? To like eat onion rings and French fries. But so it could be something like that where it's like you're perhaps just needing a taste of home is what's coming through here. Or like if you are in a new environment, or if you're stepping into something new, right? Like there's some sort of transition, like you're perhaps going into a new job or a new career or whatever. Maybe you're just missing a taste of home, and it's like this, whatever this thing is, where it's like perhaps something fell through, or some sort of maybe like you made plans with someone and it fell through. It actually gives you that opportunity to go and do something that you want to do that is detached from what it is other people expect you to do, right? Especially if you're in like a friend group. Like if you've ever traveled with friends, you can kind of get stuck in doing things that are like things that your friends want to do, or like places that your friends want to go eat, when it's like really you just need like like a taste of home, right? Like onion rings and barbecue sauce, for example. Those are just metaphors, but it's like some sort of taste of home that you're missing. And from that experience of like being somewhere comfortable where you're uncomfortable, there's this breakthrough that happens that gives you like the insight or the clarity or the eureka moment that allows you to move forward. Because the next couple cards here that you have are the Journeyman and the Lion, time to act, right? This is the Fool card. This is the Fool card because I feel like there's something here about like, you know what you need to do. You know that there's a change, but you don't know how or there's like not a lot of clarity about like what would be the best course of action. And so the reading today is just like, go and do something fun. Go and do something fun. Break sort of like this routine way of thinking is kind of how it's coming through, because I feel like it's like you've been like trying to solve a problem or like whatever, trying to make a change, but you're doing it in ways where it's like the same old ways of thinking, right? The same old patterns, the same old like paths that you've gone, the same old places that you go to. And it's like, maybe you need to go and do something completely different, and that will show you the thing that you're missing, right? It's like you're in a new country, but you go and do the things that feel familiar or comfortable to you. I don't know. There's a lot that's like overlapping here. So I'm going to leave it there, Taurus, because I feel like it's like maybe you need to go to a museum, or maybe you need to like go do something that's inspiring to you, because it's coming through with like, you are Taurus, right? Like Taurus is ruled by Venus. So as much as Taurus is also about like I sometimes see Taurus as like, you're the fixed earth sign, right? So steady, so stable, so like you stick to a goal and you follow through with it, right? But Taurus is also ruled by Venus, which is all about like pleasure and like inspiration and passion and all of that. So maybe there's kind of like this shift between like this Ace of Wands energy might be something that is like exploring a different aspect of yourself, maybe, or like exploring a more passionate aspect of yourself that is a step away from the routine or the the turning of the wheel, or whatever that is. I also want to add here, Taurus, just at the very end, we were ending here with the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles is very much a Taurus energy, right? So I feel like maybe what this is saying, the journeyman, time to act, whatever it is that you see here in this inspiration, because the Queen of Wands doesn't have to be a person. It could be just like whatever it is that you're going towards that is providing some sort of inspiration for you. It's reminding you that you don't have to change who you are, is what the King of Pentacles is coming out as, right? At the end. You don't have to change who you are or how you're doing the things that you're doing. It's like that, because that's not the problem. You may be feeling like because you need a change in your life, you need to change who you are. That's not it. That's not what this reading is saying. Perhaps just need to like change up your environment or what it is that you're seeking inspiration from, perhaps, right? Like just trying something new, but always remembering that you are who you are. You don't have to change who you are, or like, I feel like you know that already. I'm hoping it's like whatever action it is you're needing to take will be something that feels right to you. It's just like maybe you just need some sort of inspiration to find a different way of thinking about it, or like just finding some sort of clarity about a situation. But in the end, you are showing up as yourself. You don't have to change that aspect, or that's not the course of action that's being asked of you, right? You don't have to change who you are, just in case that needed to be said. So anyways, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find my website in the description box below. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. It helps so much. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.